Welcome back, BAudio family, to another deep dive into Stoicism, where we learn to shine in life's messiest moments. Picture a community theater in Seattle, tucked between coffee shops and rainy streets. The stage is worn, the seats creak, and the smell of old curtains mixes with popcorn. It's a place of dreams, doubts, and second chances, where every performance feels like a leap into the unknown. But here's the real question: when life's script goes off the rails, how do you keep directing your story? Today, we're exploring a Stoic principle that's like a spotlight in the dark, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus said, "Some things are within our power, while others are not." Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever is of your own doing. Focus on what you control, your thoughts, actions, choices, and let go of the rest. Sounds simple, but it's a game changer. So, grab a front row seat, maybe a latte, and let's follow Lena, a theater director who learned to control her stage, not the chaos around it. This is a long one, folks, so settle in, and I'll share a Stoic toolbox to light up your own stage at the end. 1. The curtain falls. Lena Carter was 42, a theater director who'd once had Broadway buzzing. 10 years ago, she directed a hit play in New York, critics raving about her raw, electric vision. But fame's a fickle script. Her follow-up flopped, bad casting, worse reviews, and Lena's confidence crumbled. Producers stopped calling, her savings dried up, and she fled to Seattle, tail between her legs, to direct at the Rainier Community Theater, a scrappy venue surviving on bake sales and grit. Now, in 2025, Lena was staging Our Town, a classic about life's fleeting beauty. The theater was her lifeline, but it was struggling, leaky roof, half-empty seats, and a board threatening to sell. Lena's cast was a mixed bag, talented but green, with egos and day jobs. Her lead, Jamal, a barista with a velvet voice, clashed with Sophie, a tech worker who forgot lines. Lena's own life wasn't much better. Her sister, Tara, hadn't spoken to her in years, a wound from their past Lena couldn't close. At night, Lena sat in her tiny apartment, script scattered, wondering, what if I fail again? What if the theater closes? What if I'm done? One rehearsal, everything unraveled. Jamal stormed out after Sophie botched a scene, yelling, "I'm wasting my time." The stagehand, Gus, a grizzled 60-something with a limp and a philosophy obsession, swept the stage, unfazed. Lena snapped, "Can't anyone do their job?" Gus looked up, his eyes steady. "You're trying to control the cast, the play, the future. Ever think about controlling you?" Lena laughed, bitter. "What's that supposed to mean?" Gus shrugged, leaning on his broom. "You can't make Jamal stay or Sophie remember. But you can choose how you direct, how you show up. Start there." Lena brushed him off, but Gus's words stuck. He wasn't just a stagehand, he was a Stoic, always muttering about Epictetus like it was gospel. Later, he slipped her a book, The Enchiridion. Lena flipped it open that night, landing on, "Demand not that events should happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and you will go on well." Her failures, the theater's woes, Tara's silence, could she really wish for them? She grabbed a notebook, writing, "Control my effort, my attitude. Let go of the reviews, the board, Tara." It was a spark, dim but real. 2. The past in the spotlight. Lena's past haunted her like a ghost light on an empty stage. 10 years ago, in New York, she'd been a star. Her play, Shades of Dawn, was a gritty drama about family, packed houses for months. But pride got her. She'd ignored her producer's warnings, cast a big-name actor who tanked, and pushed her team too hard. The flop wasn't just professional, it was personal. Tara, then a playwright, had co-written the script, but Lena took credit, sparking a fight that ended their bond. Tara's last words, "You're not my sister, you're a spotlight hog." Back in Seattle, Lena faced her cast's chaos with new eyes. Gus's stoic jab, "Control yourself, not others, echoed Epictetus. She tried a practice he suggested, the discipline of assent. Before reacting, pause, check your judgment. Is it true? Is it yours to control? At rehearsal, when Sophie flubbed lines, Lena paused, breathing. Instead of snapping, she said, "Let's run it again, slower. You've got this." Sophie blinked, grateful, and nailed the scene. Lena's notebook, assent, judged Sophie's effort, not her mistakes. Controlled my tone. Jamal was trickier. He returned, sulky, but Lena didn't push. She focused on what she controlled, clear direction, encouragement. "Your voice carries the play," she told him. "Let's shape it." Jamal softened, staying late to rehearse. Lena wrote, assent, let go of Jamal's attitude. Controlled my leadership. The board's threats loomed, but Lena acted where she could, pitching a fundraiser to local businesses. Assent, can't control the board. Controlled my pitch. Her past crept in, though. At a coffee shop, Lena saw Tara's name in a playbill. She was directing at a rival theater across town. Lena's chest tightened. Why won't she talk to me? She wrote, can't control Tara. Control my heart, keep the door open. It wasn't peace, but it was progress. 3. The cast of control. Lena's theater wasn't just her stage, it was a community. Her cast and crew taught her the dichotomy of control, each in their own way. Jamal, beneath his ego, was scared, his barista job barely paid rent, and acting was his dream. Lena shared her flop, surprising him. I bombed on Broadway, she said, grinning. You're not bombing here. Jamal laughed, a rare crack in his armor, and worked harder. Lena wrote, controlled my honesty, built trust. Sophie, juggling tech deadlines, feared letting Lena down. Lena gave her a Stoic trick, focus on the present task. When you're here, just be here, Lena said. Sophie started nailing lines, her confidence growing. Controlled my guidance, helped Sophie focus. The stage manager, Rosa, a single mom, was stressed about her kids' school. Lena couldn't fix it, but she listened, offering coffee and a laugh about her own parenting fails with her nephew. Controlled my kindness, gave Rosa a break. Outside the theater, Seattle's art scene shaped Lena. At a fundraiser, she met Eli, a painter who'd lost his gallery to debt but kept creating. I paint what I control, my brush, my colors, he said, his hands stained with blue. Lena adopted his habit, daily control check. Each morning, she listed 3 things she controlled, her rehearsal plan, her words, her effort. Control check, planned act 2, stayed calm with board, wrote to Tara. Eli's joy in his craft reminded her of Epictetus, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. The community rallied, too. A local cafe, run by Marla, donated pastries for the fundraiser, joking, your play better be good. Lena laughed, her first real laugh in weeks, and realized humor was in her control. She started cracking jokes at rehearsals, easing tension. Controlled my humor, lightened the room. The fundraiser packed the theater, raising enough to fix the roof, but the board still wavered. Lena wrote, can't control their vote. Controlled my fight. 4. The rehearsal of reconciliation. The play's opening neared, but Lena's biggest challenge wasn't the stage, it was Tara. Their rift started in New York, but its roots were deeper. Growing up, Lena was the star, always center stage, while Tara, quieter, wrote stories in the shadows. Lena's Broadway ego, taking credit for Tara's script, was the final straw. Now, in Seattle, Tara's rival production, A Modern Antigone, was stealing buzz. Lena could ignore it, but Stoicism pushed her, control your outreach. Lena wrote Tara a letter, no expectations, I was wrong. I miss you. Coffee sometime? Tara didn't reply, but at a theater festival, they crossed paths. Tara, sharp-eyed, said, your fundraiser's loud. Still chasing spotlight? Lena paused, using Gus's discipline of assent. Is her jab true? No. Control my response. Not chasing, Lena said, smiling. Just directing what I can. Your Antigone looks killer. Tara softened, surprised. Thanks. Maybe I'll see our town. It wasn't reconciliation, but it was a crack in the wall. Back at Rainier, the play hit snags. A flu bug sidelined Sophie, and Jamal's nerves flared, he froze mid-scene. Lena leaned on Stoic practices. She recast a minor role, coached Jamal with present focus, one line at a time, man. He nodded, pulling through. The board pushed for a sale, but Lena rallied patrons, starting a Save Rainier campaign. Can't control the sale. Controlled my voice. Her notebook filled, controlled my calm, my plan, my hope. Gus, sweeping as always, saw her stress. You're getting it, he said. Stoics don't win every scene, they play their part. He shared his own story. A car accident ended his acting career, but he chose stagehand work over bitterness. I control my broom, my day, he said, winking. Lena laughed, inspired. Controlled my perspective, saw Gus's strength. 5. The final act. Opening night arrived, a packed house buzzing. Lena's cast was ready, but her heart raced. Tara was in the audience, a surprise texted by Marla. The play wasn't perfect, Jamal's voice cracked, Sophie stumbled, but it was alive, raw, true. The audience stood, clapping, and Lena felt a rush, not of fame, but of purpose. Controlled my direction, my cast's heart. Tara met her after, eyes wet. You didn't hog the light, she said. I'm proud. They hugged, a step toward healing. Controlled my openness, started again. The theater didn't close. The campaign swayed the board, and Marla's Cafe pledged monthly support. Lena's career wasn't Broadway, but it was hers, directing, teaching, rebuilding. She kept Gus's book, her notebook now a tome, control my choices, my virtues. Let go of fame, fear, the past. At a cast party, she toasted, to our stage, what we control, what we love. Jamal laughed, Sophie cheered, and Gus raised his soda, grinning. Lena's life wasn't perfect. The theater scraped by, Tara's trust grew slowly, and doubts lingered. But she flourished, not by controlling the script, but by mastering her part, her thoughts, her actions, her heart. She wrote, "This is my stage, my control, my life. I'm enough." The Stoic Toolbox. What's the lesson from Lena's stage? Stoicism's dichotomy of control is freedom. Focus on your thoughts, choices, actions, let go of the rest, critics, outcomes, others' hearts. Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Lena found strength, not in fame, but in directing her own soul. This resonates with America's spirit. Think of artists like Eli, creating despite debt, or communities like Seattle's, saving theaters with coffee and grit. Control isn't everything, it's what's yours, built daily. Lena's stage was her mind, and yours can be, too. Here's a Stoic toolbox to light your stage, inspired by Lena, Gus, and the Stoics. Discipline of assent, before reacting, to anger, fear, failure, pause. Ask, is this judgment true? Is it mine to control? Write, assent today, judged this, controlled this. Lena used this with Sophie. Practice daily for a week. Daily control check, each morning, list 3 things you control, like Eli's brush, your effort, words, attitude. Write, control today, these 3. Do it for a month, and feel your focus sharpen. Present focus, when chaos hits, focus on the task at hand, like Jamal's lines. Say, This moment is mine. Practice daily, writing, focus today, this task. It's your spotlight. Kindness gesture, do one kind act daily, like Lena's coffee for Rosa. Write, kindness today, did this. It's control in action, small but bright. Try for 2 weeks. Outreach step, for strained bonds, like Lena and Tara, take one controlled step, a note, a kind word. Write, outreach today, did this. Do it weekly, letting go of their response. Humor spark, find one moment to laugh, like Lena's jokes. Write, humor today, laughed at this. It's control over your joy, daily for a month. Stoic reflection, weekly, reflect like Epictetus, did I control what's mine? Write one moment you mastered and one you didn't. Learn, don't judge. Lena's notebook was her guide. Let's get real. Think of one chaos in your life, a job snag, a family rift, a dream on hold. Picture it as your stage, not your trap. What's one thing you control today, a thought, an action, a smile? Hold that thought, we'll come back. Your stage, your control. Lena's story isn't a blockbuster. The theater hums along, not sold out. Tara visits sometimes, their bond mending. Lena directs new plays, teaches workshops, laughs with Gus. Her Broadway dreams faded, but her stage, her mind, her choices, shines. At a community art fair, she saw her cast, Jamal singing, Sophie tech-free, Rosa's kid painting with Eli. She raised a coffee, toasting, to control, to life. Her notebook ended, my stage, my strength, my enough. Here's my challenge, BAudio family, light your stage. This week, pick one tool, discipline of assent, control check, present focus, kindness gesture, outreach step, humor spark, stoic reflection. Try it, see what shifts. Share it, drop a comment. What's one thing you controlled? How's your stage glowing? Let's build this community of directors, mastering our scripts. Let's revisit that chaos you pictured. That storm on your stage. What's one step you can take today to control it, a pause, a gesture, a choice? You're tougher than you know. The world's noisy, but your stage is yours. Thanks for sitting through this, BAudio listeners. If this story lit your spark, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend directing their own life, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Hit that bell for our next episode, where we'll explore another way to live with strength and joy. Until then, keep directing, keep controlling, and I'll see you in the comments.